Recently, the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, was reported to be trading submarines and deploying warships in India's neighboring countries, making New Delhi upset. Previously, India criticized the CCP for militarizing the Taiwan Strait for the first time when a Chinese research ship visited Sri Lanka. India is also strengthening its military ties with Western countries to counter the CCP. China supplies submarines to India's neighboring countries. Chinese media, the South China Morning Post, reported that the CCP has sold, gifted, or negotiated submarine deals to Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Thailand, India's neighboring countries. This list of clients has raised questions about the potential strategic influence that the CCP exerts over the Indian Ocean. In a recent speech, the Indian Navy Chief of Staff said, "Only one ocean in the world is named after a country. India is surrounded by mountains on the north and water on three sides. The unique nature of the Indian Ocean region provides India a geographical advantage, but it also brings a daunting task of managing various challenges and security threats." Speaking at the All India Management Association's annual convention, the Navy Chief of Staff added, "Increasingly, these challenges are coming from the Chinese Communist Party. At any given time, there are 5 to 8 Chinese naval vessels in the Indian Ocean. As Beijing continues to advance its maritime and global ambitions, Indian Ocean security will become a top priority," said the head of the Indian Ocean Initiative at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. Does the Chinese Communist Party want to create a naval undersea passage? The CCP's move to promote submarines has raised further suspicions from the public. Is Beijing increasing its presence in these countries in the name of providing submarine maintenance, creating a submarine passage that could meet future naval needs? An Indian professor said the CCP has been mapping the Indian Ocean seabed for the past 2 or 3 years, seeking to create a maritime military ecosystem that would supply ships and place personnel to provide maintenance and repair services, and they want to investigate the different ports in South Asia. A senior Australian research fellow said, "The most important implication of the submarine deal, at least in theory, is that they will provide Beijing with important input into naval training and operation of those submarines, which could also be leveraged into relationships and influence those with navies." Nonetheless, he doesn't believe that Thailand, Bangladesh, or Myanmar would provide port access for Beijing submarines even in peacetime for fear of disrupting relations with the US, India, and other countries. Chinese ship docks at Sri Lankan Port. India accuses the CCP for the first time of militarizing the Taiwan Strait. In response to Beijing's string of moves, New Delhi made clear its displeasure with the Communist Party's maritime ambitions and motives. From August 16th to 22nd this year, when the Chinese survey ship docked at a port in Sri Lanka, a fierce confrontation broke out between the CCP and the Indian mission in Colombo. India opposed the visit and urged Sri Lanka to ask Beijing to postpone it, but eventually gave in to Beijing's pressure. On August 28th, India accused the CCP of militarizing the Taiwan Strait. Indian media, The Hindu, reported that this was the first time India had mentioned it, and a rare comment by the Indian government in response to the CCP's actions against Taiwan. India strengthens military ties with Indo-Pacific countries. Since the India-China border conflict erupted, India has been strengthening its ties with the US and the Indo-Pacific countries. The Voice of America reported that US and Indian Special Forces conducted a joint military exercise codenamed Vajra Prahar 2022 in the southern Himalayas from August 8th to 29th this year. The exercise lasted 21 days. From October 14th to 31st, India and the US will conduct a joint military exercise. In addition to bilateral exercises, India has participated in a series of multilateral exercises led by the US or its allies. In late June and early August, India participated in the US-led Rim of the Pacific RIMPAC exercise, among others. At the same time, India has also been actively seeking to be closer to the US and Japan. The Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, Quad, between the US, Japan, India, and Australia has been upgraded because of India's active participation. India also invited Australia to join the Malabar military exercises from 2020. Senior U.S. Defense Department officials recently said that the U.S. will build closer ties with India to counter the Chinese Communist threat and jointly develop drones to make New Delhi and other allies in the Indo-Pacific region more capable of countering Beijing.